crazy, baby, crazy.
Hi everyone, I'm back, and actually the title in the song was supposed to be about last night's thing, but my cell phone went off last night, and it was the person I wanted to bitch about, which was Nick, and, hey Nick, I know you're watching, and I already bitched to him, so whatever. Anyway, my, thing was yesterday, let me get my voice ready. Yesterday, I was walking, yesterday, I went and ran errands after I did my exercise, and oh, my thing. Okay, I was like flashing weirdness over on my screen. Anyway, I was coming back and I saw one of my spare rooms closest to me is blind open. I'm like, oh shit, we gonna get a roommate. I was like, Davion. I ran in and I was like, we're getting a roommate. He's like, we fucking getting 2 roommates. Yes, we're getting 2 roommates. One was an Indian, and one was a hillbilly. Well, I decided to call them, because, you know, I like to stir the pot. I didn't want them. They were supposed, first of all, we were, by part of my lease is that we're supposed to get, the 2 weeks notice, or at least a week's notice before we get a new roommate, and we have to prove them, and they didn't. So Davion was so angry. Like, I was like really calm, and I started cleaning, which is so weird. I just was like, oh, I have to do this, prioritized. And Davion was freaking out, and he went up to see Ruth, the lady, and she gave us the name. Don't mess with me, and don't mess with him probably, because we came up with this plan to get rid of our roommate. Well, we didn't come up with a plan. I just wanted to tell him I was gay and Davion was black. The Indian, of course, didn't want to live with the gay guy, so he didn't even move in today. I saw him up at the leasing office. He didn't move in. Now, the other one, Tristan, he seems like all he wants, he doesn't have Facebook. He's 20 years old, from Washington Courthouse. Courtney, I wonder if you know him. Don't know his last name yet. Anyway, he has a guarantor. He can't move in until Monday now because he doesn't have a guarantor who is his dad, who's going to be his dad. Like, his dad's going to be his guarantor, but his dad made him a deal that says that he can't move up until he has a job, so hell if I know. So, other than that, I went to my counselor today. She always makes me feel really good. Like, I feel bad because I feel like I'm paying for my friends. But, she's really nice, actually. And I was like, I weigh myself every day. That's probably, she's like, Darren, I weigh myself every day. She's like, it's not an eating disorder. She's just like, I just weigh myself every day. I was like, she makes me feel good. And I met a bunch of people tonight, and they were just talking to me. I went to the new Kroger. Fabulous. It's the biggest marketplace Kroger in the whole United States. It's huge. It makes Walmart look like an anthill. And, of course, these girls were like, you're so funny. And I'm like, I'm not funny, I'm just honest. That's the truth. But I want to bitch, since it's Darren to bitch. It wouldn't be Darren if it wasn't bitching. And I don't even know what I'm titling it. Okay, also, before I get off to this manic stage of things, I want to tell you the song that was playing in the beginning, because I'm going to introduce you. I'm not going to be like the Ellen. Can't be like the gay Ellen, because she's already gay. But I can't be like the straight Ellen, because, well, I would be the straight Ellen. Whoa. I would be the straight Ellen if Ellen was straight. Because I would like guys. It's all an enigma. Anyway, the song was from Enahalek, and it was my favorite Korean song. It's got crazy. She's like the Korean Lady Gaga. The video is hot with guys in white little speedos, and I'm talking about hotness. Look it up. Anyway, I want to bitch about Nick. Or any of my friends. I'm going to use this, I think, to talk to my friends, maybe, that I can't do it. Like, I've learned to stand up for myself. Like, tonight when I talked to Nick, he wants to go out to eat with me on Monday, and one of the things when I lost all my weight, he was saying to me, I wouldn't have bruschetta with him, and I don't know if he really remembers this, but he said, once an eating disorder, always an eating disorder, and I dropped my fork, and I said, we're not fucking talking about this right now. And I think I associate things, like, with Courtney, I would associate, like, Friday nights watching Charmed and eating Marco's Pizza, or The Core. And I don't want to mention her ex, Tony, but I mentioned him, Courtney. Sorry. But I would, and our Molly and her craziness. Oh my god, and the ferret Oscar. Remember Oscar? Anyway, like I associate things with people, and I associate eating out with Nick, and I don't like eating out with Nick because I know he judges me, and he admitted it on the phone that he does, and I admit that I judge him in my mind, but I don't say it, and I'm always afraid. Like I brought up, I'm going to. He's coming up here, and I went down there just out of. He's like, well, I come up here to see you, and I said, not unless you have an appointment, and the whole point of the whole situation is I go up there. I made a point to go up there just because I'm a friend, not because I have something else I'm doing and to kill time or whatever. And I know Nick is like my best friend. Like I have lots of best friends, but Nick's like my brother. And he's the gay brother that I shouldn't have. But it's like I'm afraid to disappoint any of my friends because if I don't do what they want, I'm going to lose them. And Kim brings up, and I told Kim this tonight, and Kim's like, they're not always going to be there, Darren. And I'm like, I know that. But that always doesn't have to be right now. I mean, I hate to say this, Dustin and I were good friends, and I keep my friends that are hard on me around because they put pressure on me to be a better person, I think. And I'm not them. And I shouldn't be them, but I want to be them. Like, I said that I'm going to really open up, and I shouldn't say this on whatever, YouTube, but I am. I told Kim, like, when we have role models, we are friends. They are an image, a reflection of ourselves. Or your role models are the ideal of yourself. Nick would be I can't believe I'm saying this. He wouldn't be the total ideal of me because there's certain things of Nick that I don't classify that I would want in my personality or to be about me. They're not necessarily bad, but they're not for me. Does that make sense? They're good for him, but not good for me. So Nick is like my best friend, and I'm afraid a lot of the times to say no to him because I'm afraid he'll be like moving on because he has these gay friends that I'm not allowed to meet because apparently they're just not my type, or I think he's protecting me on some level, but I don't know. But I've been talking to other gay guys. Speaking of which, maybe the gay couple, I don't know. I just am learning to say no. I'm learning to say it's okay to do what I want and not cater to people. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, was not just Nick or Trudy or Becca or anyone or Cindy or my parents. It's to learn to do what I want to do. Yes, everyone's like, well, you do what you want to do anyway. You go throughout your day, do whatever you want. You don't have to answer to anyone. No, there's certain times when people ask me to do things that I just necessarily don't want to do. And when I say no, then I'm judged for it, and then I get defensive. With anybody. Not just Nick. But I'm scared of losing him as a friend. Like, I'm scared of losing Becca as a friend, or Miss Collins. I'm scared that I will be forgotten. I can't believe it. This should have been Darren getting deep or something, not Darren the bitch. This is not bitching. But anyway, so I did my 4 or 5 minutes of being really deep, and now it's time to spin the world on Darren's view. So I told you, the end of the world's happening. More dead fish, more dead birds are appearing. Nick made a point that maybe it's always happening, but we haven't seen it. No. I'm not buying that shit anymore, Nick. I'm not buying that shit to anyone who's believing it. The world's ended. We're slowly coming to terms. The government's trying to cover it up. Blah. I don't care. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I don't care anything. So what else? Tomorrow, I'm going to do my FAFSA tomorrow because I'm not going to do it tonight. Tonight, last night, I watched a little bit of Life as We Know It with Kristen, whatever, the Heigl lady, Katherine Heigl, and Josh Jamal, about two parents of their best friends dying and leaving the kid to their two best friends who hate each other. I'm like, shit. I'm trying to think, and I know none of my friends will leave a freaking kid with me, which I kind of secretly want, just because I don't think I would want to be. I've always wanted to be Uncle Darren to someone that I'm not. I know Nick's gonna say, like, you always have this thing with making people your family that aren't, but I want a nephew or niece that actually likes me. I have 3 of them right now, and 2 of them don't like me, and one is like, what, 9 months, and he can't even form sentences yet to say, I hate you, motherfucker. Anyway, he will. And eventually, it's optimism at its best. And that's why I think I want to find a guy secretly that has a big family. God, I want so much. I want it all. Not gonna have it all. Anyway, I saw this guy tonight. He's like, you're so skinny. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Shut up. And he's like, well, you have that fat mentality. And I'm like, yeah, I have that fat mentality. I'm trying to think of random things that happened today. Oh, I watched... Okay, yesterday I was going to say this. Yesterday I did get to watch the inductee of Boehner and Pelosi switch off. And Pelosi was like, thank you guys for... God bless you. We're going to work together. And everyone, like, you could tell the Democrats were clapping and all the Republicans were girding their teeth like, oh my God, it's going to be painful. It's going to be... I'm like, oh, Jesus. So they spent all day, I was flipping through channels, and they spent all day resetting the Constitution. Seriously? I'd be like, is this what I signed up for? Shoot me. The Constitution. I'm like, oh. It was boring. What other news things that made it? Now that guy that was homeless, that was kind of fun. That he has this audio voice. Now he's like a billion. Like he's getting offers left and right to do voiceovers. If only people knew that I lost so much weight, maybe I'd have a bunch of promotions or something. Anyway, I didn't tell Nick this, and I'm telling him now, and I'm telling Trudy, and I'm telling everyone. Sorry, Trudy, I didn't call you back last night. Anyway, I got pluckers to floss my teeth because apparently... That's one thing about the whole under pressure thing. Nick knows that I should do that, and he put pressure, and I did it. But sometimes the pressure's hard, and sometimes it's not. I just wish I had more gay friends. And I know I go out there and meet people. Like, I met a gay guy tonight. Did I tell you guys that? Anyway, he lives at the province. Anyway, he's a whore. What's up with gay men and horse? And what's up with this being broken? As always, something's broken at the province, and I never touched it. Anyway, so my goal tomorrow night is probably watch a movie. Cornea told me to watch Eat, Pray, Love. I only could watch half the movie, so I decided not to watch it all. And our Redbox doesn't have it at Meyer. I didn't check, but I checked last weekend when I got ECA, and they didn't have it. And ECA was such a good movie. So I'll probably watch something tomorrow night and probably talk to you guys. I just wish my friends knew how much they meant to me. All of them. Whether I talk to them or not, they mean a lot to me. I mean, if I didn't have my friends, I wouldn't be Darren. Or if I didn't bitch, I wouldn't be Darren. But, I mean, all of them. This goes out to you if you guys are watching. I love you. I mean, if I never have sex, FYI, I'm a virgin. I'm still at 26. If I never have sex, if I never am in a relationship, I'd be okay because I know at the end of the day that my friends were happy. And despite as evil as I am, no one messes with my friends unless I mess with my friends. Don't be shitting on my friend's property unless I'm going to be the one that's shitting on it. Which in Korea I probably would have been. But secretly I kind of wish that my friends would allow me to at least see their kids. Which, that's like a toxic situation right there, dude.